as a job search strategist and resume writer, I have a lot of conversations with people about their job search competencies. And I've been noticing a lot lately that some clients have some negative core beliefs that they may not even know are happening in the background of their mind, and they could really be holding them back in their job search. So, a negative core belief is a deeply ingrained perception that you might hold about yourself, about other people, about the world. And it's often formed either during childhood or through some negative experience that you've had. And these beliefs can really be limiting and they can lead to self sabotage, anxiety, low self esteem. And in the case of job search, it can really slow you down from engaging in behaviors that can really help you land a new job quicker. So, some examples of some common ones are I'm not good enough, I'm stupid, or maybe like nobody likes me. And these can be really insidious because you might not even recognize them in the moment. And they may be as small as a whisper or a tickle in the back of your mind, or even as small as like a physical feeling that you're having in your body that you don't even really associate with an idea or a thought. So, for example, last night I was talking with an absolutely wonderful and likable human being who mentioned that they often hesitate before they engage in networking behavior because they're afraid that person might not like me. And when they're telling me this, they just glanced right over it, but I was able to catch it. I was able to hear it. And that's the kind of belief that can really hinder you from a successful job search without you even realizing it. So, what can you do to challenge and maybe change some of these negative core beliefs so that you can experience some personal growth, improved well being, and not even to mention boost your job search? Okay, so the first thing to do is to identify these negative core beliefs when they happen, right? So start by paying attention, notice the negative beliefs when you might have them, pay attention, right? So some of the other examples of negative self thoughts would be I'm terrible at this, I'll never succeed, or people can't be trusted. Just pay attention to whatever it might be that you're experiencing, what you're thinking. Journaling can be really helpful because it can help you see some trends. It can really help you uncover when these beliefs are happening to you. And then once you are able to kind of identify them, know that they're happening, go back and validate, right? So ask yourself, is this true? What evidence do I have that supports this belief? What evidence do I have that contradicts it? And you're likely going to find that really these beliefs aren't based on any kind of objective reality, but they're actually based on some past experience you had or some fear that you're experiencing, right? So once you've gone and identified them, you're starting to push back on them, it's an opportunity for you to then reframe your thinking with positive alternatives, right? So once you've identified that negative belief, replace it with something more positive, something more balanced. So for example, instead of I'm not good enough, you can try something like I have strengths and I can continue to grow. So, focusing on affirmations that feel realistic can become over time empowering for you. In order for you to really start to walk the walk with your new beliefs, you're going to need to test them, right? You're going to need to put them into practice by challenging yourself in situations where that old belief might have originally popped up. So, for instance, if you've believed, I always fail, take on some small challenge and reflect on the success that you have afterwards. Convince yourself, hey, actually, I don't always fail. Sometimes I win. A lot of times I win. And then over time, through consistently practicing this, you start to reinforce that new belief. It's also possible that you need to get some support in this area, right? So therapy is really great for working on negative core beliefs, but it could be talking to a trusted friend, it could be talking to a coach. It's just somebody that can provide you with some additional or alternative perspective. And if you do end up in therapy, which I always think is a great idea, cognitive behavioral therapy specifically is particularly effective in kind of addressing and helping you reshape those negative core beliefs. So I think by challenging these beliefs consistently, you can start to transform your mindset, you can enhance your self confidence, and you can unlock some of your full potential. And in the moment, hopefully, you can find a new great job. Okay, that's all. Stay classy, LinkedIn.